Well, absolutely. And Mr. Burman, the other big, observations which are being reported by our colleague Ananya Bhatnagar from inside the Supreme Court now says security of the country, preservation of public order are important constitutional facets. Also saying very, very importantly, and this is big breaking news, that if material shows prosecution allegations to be prima facie true, incarnation prevails. If not, bail should be granted.
Is it question pertaining to me? Excuse me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. My name is Sumit Verma, not Mr. Burman.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
I'm Sumit Verma, senior advocate. Please.
Yes, sir.
So, see, my viewpoint still remains. Yes, undoubtedly, the offense is extremely grave. More than 50 people lost lives, more than 100 injured, and the allegations against Sharjeel Imam and Umar Khalid are very, very serious. If the Supreme Court goes into the question of, sidelining their role, maybe then the Supreme Court will have to ensure a very speedy trial, a day-to-day trial, which ends up, within an year. But to my understanding, the prosecution had argued that they'll consume at least 2 years, even if the trial is ordered day to day, because there are 700 odd witnesses. Supreme Court has, in fact, also indicated that you should not confuse. The courts must not confuse the criminal liability
All
with
right.
the concern for bail. So therefore, it is still to be seen. Supreme Court will definitely hold it's a very grave offense, would put very stringent conditions, may grant bail to others, especially the lady,
Yeah,
Gulshree
Mr.
Shah.
Verma,
All
I'm
right.
just sorry to interrupt you here. The big news is actually coming that Omar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam's bail has been dismissed by the Supreme Court.
Absolutely. So this is the latest that we are getting right now. Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam do not surpass the bar under 43D 5 UAPA. This has been observed by the Supreme Court. Umar and Sharjeel Imam's bail has now been dismissed. The Supreme Court has further said that the Supreme Court is satisfied that prosecution discloses prima facie roles of Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam to the extent of planning and organization. So this is the latest that we're getting right now. Advocate Verma, let me just come back to you on this. So this is the big development that we're getting right now. Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam do not surpass the bar under 43D 5 UAPA. I will come to you. Let me just go across to Anshul. Anshul, what can you tell us?
Well, yes, this is very significant, and this actually sets the precedence in such cases as well. That the Supreme Court and the investigation, in fact, this is kind of a stamp on the investigation that has been done by the agencies over the last 5 years, and the several charge sheets that have been filed by the Delhi police. After going through the material of the case, the Supreme Court is of the opinion that at this point in time, a bail cannot be granted to both Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam, because the kind of evidences that have been produced in front of the courts by the agencies, that clearly indicates that there was this larger conspiracy that was already being hashed to somewhere or the other go ahead and create issues within the country, create security issues within the country, and that is the reason why the bail of both Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam have been denied. The Supreme Court has in fact gone ahead and very clearly stated the extent of planning and organization, and how the Supreme Court is actually satisfied that that the prosecution that has disclosed the prima facie roles of Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam to the extent of planning and organization. So this is clearly a very, very big win for the Delhi police, who has been opposing this entire bail plea right from the beginning, right from the lower courts to the High Court, and now in the Supreme Court as well. The Delhi police in their charge sheets have very gone ahead and said that there is a clear extent of planning and organization, and how both Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam were in cahoots, and this was not something that was this protest was in fact not something that happened organically. In fact, it was a pre-planned protest. The dates were selected. People were brought in from different parts of the national capital. Riots were carried out, specifically in northeast Delhi. Buses were booked. There are WhatsApp chats that the Delhi police has also accessed. There are WhatsApp groups of whose admin were both these accused, both Sharjeel Imam and Umar Khalid. And all these evidences that were produced in front of the court while arguing that their bail should be rejected is something that the Supreme Court is satisfied with, and definitely a massive stamp on the investigation that has been done by the Delhi police from the side of the Supreme
Well,
Court.
and Anshul, just to add that while Omar Khalid's and Sharjeel Imam's bail has been rejected, 5 other accused have been granted bail. So the court has really made a distinction between Umar Khalid and Sharjil's case from the 5 others. The 5 others who are standing trial in this case: Gulasha Fatima, Miriam Haider, Shifaul Rahman, Mohammad Salim Khan and Shadab Ahmed. They have been granted bail by the Supreme Court, but the Supreme Court is clearly saying that in the case of Umar Khalid and Sharjil Imam, the SC is satisfied that the prosecution discloses prima facie roles of both Umar Khalid and Sharjil Imam to the extent of planning and organization. Simran, can you comment on this?
Yes, of course. In fact, very rightly said, as the observations made by the apex court have been distinctively put up, and it goes on to show how legally important this one case has been. And over the 5 years, what really happens right now is the observation that has been disclosed in the comments by the court, as the bail application by Sharjil Imam and Umar Khalid have not been granted, but the other 5 accused that have been granted bail. That only goes on to show how the court has really made a supreme distinction given the concerns during the national security threat and the personal liberty laws under the UAPA intertwine. And while we also speak of how really this entire orchestration of the pre-planning conspiracy that the Delhi police has also alleged before the court has come forward to the bench, they have taken the cognizance of how the prima facie evidence has really gone to prove the involvement in planning that conspiracy, in hatching that radicalization and mobilizing the groups at that point of time. It also, in fact, to be noted really that just a short while ago, in the past few days, there has been an international pressure being put to also make this entire matter sort of a controversy on the international lines. And as Zohran Mamdani had met the father also of Umar Khalid, and that is where also the support started growing, and they were echoing of how exactly this is a political prisoner, which has been a result of how the political intentions of a state have been, but really a very important, crucial, in fact, ruling that has come forward. And while we speak of how really this has been on the basis of what has come on record in the form of an evidence, what really has also been noticed so far is that the other 5 accused have been granted bail, given on the pretext that the court has noticed and observed categorically that they cannot be treated on the same footing as others. And that is why it is important to be noted that even after 5 years, as the accused have been also arguing and giving their records that only speeches cannot constitute such kind of conspiracy, it is very important to be noted that how the court has really made a supreme distinction.
Right. We also have Anshul, in fact, joining us from right outside the Supreme Court. And Anshul, what do you make of this distinction that the Supreme Court has made, granting bail to 5 people, not granting bail to Umar and Sharjil, but also saying that the grant of bail to the 5 people does not mean any dilution of allegations against them, as Ananya Bhatnagar is reporting from inside the court?
Well, definitely at this point in time, even if as the bail has been granted to 5 accused, this clearly means actually does not mean that there is any sort of dilution in the allegations that have been put forth against them. Now remember, there were different allegations that have been put forth against all these accused, be it Shifaul Rahman. For example, if I could just read out some excerpts from the charge sheet and the allegations that have been put forth against Shifaul Rahman. Basically, he was accused of managing and coordinating anti-CAA protest sites, including providing logistical and financial supports to the protesters. Apart from this, it has also been alleged that he had handled overseas funds through the Jamia Al-Munai, which claims of unaccounted transfers of 7 to 8 lakh rupees not deposited into the bank accounts and using forged bills. Apart from this, the Delhi police had also gone ahead and alleged that Shifaul Rahman was one of the person who was inciting communal violence based on evidences like CCTV footages, call records, WhatsApp chats, and protected witness statements which actually suggest that a pre-planned conspiracy to disrupt public order and target specific communities is what the Delhi police had alleged. Now, the Supreme Court is of the opinion at this point in time that yes, they have been behind the bars for the last 5 years, but the larger conspiracy case that is being investigated, the UAPA that has been imposed against these accused, specifically against people like Sharjil Imam and Umar Khalid, these were the kingpin of this entire conspiracy. This entire conspiracy was being hashed from a much later stage, from the beginning itself. And people like Shifa ur Rahman, who were part of these protests, became a part after the CA protest had started, and then eventually started contributing. So this distinction is something that has been found out by the Supreme Court, and at this point in time, the Supreme Court feels that yes, a temporary relief of a bail can be given to the other accused, such as Gulfisha and people like Shifa ur Rahman. But the people who are accused of conspirating and hatching this entire conspiracy from a much earlier stage, they should be behind the bars, is what the Supreme Court feels, and that is where the Supreme Court has drawn the distinction line.
All right, Anshul. Advocate Verma, I believe you were wanting to say something. Yes, please, sir.
देखिए